if half of your fans dip, to do the percentage from 229 to 93, I mean, half your fan base dip, I think we call that a flop, my brother. I don't care what happened. If Drake went from selling 800 to 400, I'm going to call it a flop too. I don't give a fuck. I got to keep it 100. Got to keep it honest, brother. That nigga flop, you know what I mean? Boy said he could do it without Big Act. Can't do nothing without Big Act, bro. Okay? Listen. Yeah, on my meme pages, we still tabulating. We still tabulating. You know what I mean? The invoices. From what I'm hearing, he paid about 20 bands to my chat nigga pages to post the shit. Hey, if you're not gonna fuck with Act, you can't fuck with the chat nigga pages. You know what's gonna happen? They was all clowning him day before the check came. Of course, the check came in. So of course they're gonna post him for one day. And after that day, they go back to clowning him. You know why? They can't go against Big Act, my nigga. You know what I mean? Look at that.
What's happening, YouTube? It's your boy Big Just LaFlair from that Facts and Cap podcast, and once again we back, baby. And as you see, I just gave y'all a little clip of Akademiks. You know, he been waiting for this day. He been waiting for this moment with Meek Mill. You know, him and Meek Mill don't have the greatest relationship, and he's basically clowning Meek Mill for his sales. So I guess he's saying that Meek Mill flopped. He's saying that, you know, Meek Mill, his last album or the album before that, whichever one, he sold 225, and now he's selling 89,000. So he's saying that that's a flop. He's saying your fan base is cut in half. You know what it is. So for me, let's get to my opinion. For me, while I think that what Act is actually saying is valid, we gotta add context to it, right? Meek Mill is not an artist that's gonna sell 225,000 every time he puts out an album. Akademiks knows that. He says that. I think he's saying that for extreme exaggeration. Like, we know that when he sold those 225, he was going out. He was dating Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj has the most supportive fan base probably in hip hop. They support anything. Literally, Kenneth Petty, they support him. You know what I'm saying? Her husband. They will support anyone. Nicki Minaj has never done anything wrong to the Barbs. So Meek Mill probably picked up an extra 75K, extra 100K just off of being Nicki Minaj's boyfriend. So while we already know nobody's expectations besides maybe Big AJ, if you watch Akademiks Twitch or his podcast, he's the only person that expects Meek Mill to sell over 200,000. So I think that it's kind of an unfair criticism from Act. I think that Act knows what he's doing, though. He's a smart man. Shout out to Akademiks. Shout out to Annoying TV, also on the stream. So we get to the question. For me, in my opinion, do I think that Meek Mill flopped? No. I don't think Meek Mill flopped. I do think Meek Mill underperformed. And I do think that whoever did his rollout for his label at Atlantic did not do a good job, because me personally, and I'm not a Meek Mill fan, so maybe I have to take this with a grain of salt, but I didn't know that Meek Mill even had an album coming out last week. It seemed like literally Thursday night, I was like, oh, Meek dropping tonight. So whoever put that out there, whoever is like handling his rollout, I don't think that they did a good job. You know, you could try during the week. It seemed like after the week, and that's what Akademiks is referring to. Akademiks is referring to how he paid like meme pages and Shade Room and other, you know, business entities to try to say cheese to promote his album. But I just think it don't work like that. You can't just go from like no hype around your album, no nothing, to just trying to pay people to promote your album during the week that it comes out. And that leads me to a bigger thing too. Like, Akademiks, he's good. He moves the culture. But since when do we start just saying that the first week makes it a flop or not? You know, like, since when have first week sales been the end all be all? There's artists who pick up, you know, the word of mouth travels. Oh, this person album good. And then week by week, they build and they stay on there a consistent basis. What if Meek Mill sells 40 to 50,000 for 7 to 8 weeks straight and he ends up going gold? Are we gonna say that Meek Mill is a flop? Since when has 89K been bad to sell? I think that probably Meek Mill should probably be selling anywhere from probably like 110 to 130. That's just my opinion. I would expect him to do that. So 89 is an undersell, but it's not a bad number, you know? And I also think that it's okay to already have peaked. Meek Mill's been out 12, 13 years. Like Meek Mill probably isn't gonna sell the same as his day one sales or his highest trajectory. It's not 2015, it's not 2016, 17. Those were his years where he was the biggest, or he was at his biggest. So I just think that it's a lot of context that comes between things. I do feel like, you know, it's no rules to this shit when it comes to him and Meek Mill. So while I do, you know, understand it, I'm just coming here to clean it up. I'm not here to defend Meek Mill. I'm just saying, what is a flop? Because for me, I don't think Meek Mill flopped. I don't think if you sell 89,000, you flopped. I don't think if we're only going off of first week projections, we can call an album a flop. You know, I remember watching Everyday Struggle where they said, where Joe, you know, he's been in the music industry. I respect what he said. He said, it's about, did you recoup? So basically the budget spent on your album, are you going to recoup that? If you recoup that and you're in the green, your album didn't flop, because most likely you'll get another album to sell. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think that we can just call off of a week. And a solid number like 89,000. It's not the greatest number for me, but it's a solid number. I'm not going to call that a flop. I think Ak has personal issues, so Ak is going to exaggerate. I think that's kind of an anomaly that Meek Mill sold 225 and he'll never do that again. I think that he's around that, like I said, 110 to 130 range. Y'all let me know though. Let me know. Do y'all think that Meek Mill flopped? Or do y'all think that, you know, do y'all agree with me? Y'all let me know. Hey, subscribe to my channel, comment below. Y'all let me know. Talk to me. Hit me in the comments. Talk to me. I'm going to talk back to you, baby. Let's go.
Subscribe to my channel.